What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm Quack here, and in this video we're going to have a little look at the upcoming Player of the Month award. Now, all the players you can see in the starting 11, they've still got a game left to play this weekend, so we're going to have a look at what they need to do in order to have a chance at winning this. The players on the bench, they're all finished, so we'll also briefly touch on them afterwards. We're going to start up top with Lukaku. Now, Lukaku's played 3 games this season. 2 of those games he was completely invisible for, though. No goals, no assists, and he just didn't really do anything. But in that 3rd game, he scored 4, he was man of the match, and he was on fire. Going into the last game of the month, he's going to have to put in a big performance, score a couple of goals potentially, to even have a chance at winning. 2 games where you show up and 2 where you don't, it's still probably not going to be enough to be Player of the Month in my eyes. We then move out to the right midfield and we look at Mane. Now, Mane's only played 1 game for Liverpool this month, but it was in a 2-0 win against Tottenham, and he scored both goals. Playing 2 games in a month might massively hinder his chances, but a strong performance on the weekend and a couple more goals, and who knows. We also look at Hazard over on the left. Now, Chelsea have played 2 games already this month, with 1 upcoming. They've won 1, but they've also drawn 1. And for the league winners at the moment, is that really going to be enough to claim another Player of the Month award? In both the games, however, Hazard has been man of the match and he has scored 1. It's going to be tight, but a huge performance on the weekend could really put him as a clear front runner. We then move into the Swansea players. So we've got 2 of them in here. We've got Sigurdsson and we've got Mawson. Now this month, Swansea have played 2 games. They beat Leicester 2-0 and they lost against Man City 2-1 in the last minute. Now, Sigurdsson in these games scored 1 and assisted 1, and he's been fairly solid in both. This being said, he's going to need a huge performance in the last game to put himself up there amongst the rest of them. Mawson, the centre-back, he's had 2 solid games again. They have only kept the 1 clean sheet and conceded 2 in the other, but he's also got a goal and a man of the match to his name, which could really help his chances. Another clean sheet, a goal, and a man of the match award, and he could be a front runner for this. We then move on to West Brom's defender, McCauley. Now, West Brom have had a fairly solid month as well. They beat Stoke 1-0 and they drew against West Ham 2-2. The problem with that is he has only kept 1 clean sheet and conceded 2. But he's been extremely solid and scored in those performances. Again, another big performance, a goal and a clean sheet, and we could be seeing a defender win the award. The last couple of players in this are Hull players. We've got the goalkeeper, Jakupovic, and we've also got their left back here, Robertson. Now, Hull are a team that are fighting relegation. And this month, they've had the toughest possible fixtures. Their first match, they played against United, which they drew 0-0. They've also played Liverpool, who they beat 2-0. And then they played Arsenal, who they lost against 2-0. So it's 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss. The defence, though, has been absolutely solid, apart from the Arsenal game, obviously. They've kept 2 clean sheets. They've only conceded 2. Jakupovic himself has got 1 man of the match award in this, and Robertson, the left back, hasn't got a man of the match award, hasn't scored or assisted, which would really hurt him, but he's been super solid. They're going to have to put in a big performance in the last game, but from a side that are struggling to stay in the Premiership at the moment, these results against such big teams have to be taken into consideration. We then get down to the bench, and we've got 4 players here. To start with, we've got Mkhitaryan. Now, he's not had a bad season, bad month even by any means, but has he done enough to win the award? He's got 1 goal, 1 assist, and 1 man of the match award, but from such a big team, I just don't feel like it's going to be enough. We can then talk about the whole of Manchester United's defence, even the goalkeeper. They haven't conceded all month, which is huge, but the defenders have done most of the work, which is what puts me off De Gea. Valencia has probably been their standout defender, playing 3 games, keeping 3 clean sheets. Smalling's also been solid, but again, he's only played 2 games, which is what puts me off him. We then move on to the last 2 strikers. We've got Gabbiadini, who's had an absolutely awesome start in the Premier League. He's already scored 3 goals, and I think he's got an assist as well. But the problem is it's only 2 games again. It's the same with Jesus. He's only played 2 games, going off injured in the 3rd, but he does have a bunch of goals to his name, just like Gabbiadini. If he hadn't got off injured in the 3rd game, he'd probably be my favourite, as long as he'd scored, obviously, and he'd be a clear front runner. But playing 2 games, I really feel like it could hinder his chances. So, evaluating all those players, I really feel like Hazard, with a big performance, could take this for the 2nd time this year. Failing that, even though they've played one game, Gabbiadini or Jesus could take it just because the people that judge seem to like goal scorers, attackers, those kind of players. Personally, though, I feel like a defender deserves it. Hull have had an absolutely insane month with the teams they've had to play, and the results have been pretty damn solid. If they continue that into the last game of the month, my money's on one of their defenders. If you guys like these kind of videos and you're finding them useful, if you could drop a like, leave a comment with any questions that you've got, and subscribe if you're new, that'd be absolutely awesome. If we can aim for 100 likes on this video, that'd be absolutely incredible. Remember, guys, to follow my Twitter as well. I'm starting to tweet out more and more updates on player bargains, players that seem to be too much, all kinds of stuff.